what I like the most about CMX is that it's a really immersive experience for the students. So it gives them the feeling that they're really a doctor, a physician at the moment. So we have fourth grade students, so they're, in about 2-3 years they will be a physician, so they have still a road ahead becoming a doctor. In the hospital they're only allowed basically to sit next to another physician and watch what happens. They're not allowed to examine really severely ill patients for obvious reasons. With CMX, it's a great way for them to experience how they would interact with a patient who is severely ill.
You'll have open your pre-course e-learning and your pre-course explanations. Could you just scroll us through it?
Yeah. So this is the student,
pre-course information.
Pre-course information, and it basically tells why is the ABCDE, why is the primary assessment important. So this general instructions, some instructions about virtual reality, what does it mean. We show a little preview of what they can expect when they put on the headset and they join the session. Learning goals, so we talk about what we want them to learn from this session. Also, what kind of scenarios they can expect, how long the session will take, so it's 1.5 hours for 6 students, and we also give 1.5 hours of preparation time. So they need about 1 to 2 hours to prepare the e-learning and read all this information. What they need to prepare, some links to information on the internet, how the lesson is built up. So we have a kind of
sort of a rotating schedule. And you showed me also that you already show the students what buttons to press inside the VR through a video.
Yeah. So I will go back to the student material. So this is what they see, this is what they can check at home, what they can expect when they put on the headset for the first time. They are already in the CMX application, but what to do to enter, how can they enter the sim groups. So I made a little video about this. I can show you. So this is of course the CMX Virtual Hospital. And then I tell them to press the button, the left button. I don't know what the name of the button is.
Yeah, we call it the hamburger or the, the hamburger button.
So the left one, and then they choose the search sim group, and then when they see a purple blackish screen, they know it's good.
They know it's the right.
Yeah.
And you even explain the...
Yeah. And also, I explained this before, and so we also have a PowerPoint presentation as an introduction. So I will show them the same rotating scheme, and also the same video can be played here, and some instructions and disclaimers.
And you even show where the equipment lies a little bit lower here.
So in the end of this information, we show the drawer with all the thermometers, glucose devices, etc. And tell them where they can find all this information.
And interesting, you also told me that you have the experience now that you give the first 2 students a bit more time, you let them play a little bit more with the equipment, and because the other students actually see the first 2 students use it.
No, actually, we start with about 5 minutes of, all the students are together. 2 of the students are inside of virtual reality, the other ones can watch it via the same screen as we now look at it. And we let them play, we call it the sandbox time, so they can just play, walk around, whatever they want to do. And after a few minutes we'll ask them, please put on an oxygen mask. And please put in, how do you call it, intravenous, all those kind of things. Just to play around. So the first 2 students who are inside the scenario already know what to do, and the other ones are learning from this because they now see, this is how it works.
And your experience is that the second group and the third group don't need that time anymore.
We didn't do this at the first pilot in April, and we saw that we needed to do a lot of instructions on where to find all the stuff. So they lost a little bit of the they had 2 things going around. First, they had the stress of a patient being severely ill, and the other was more like, where do I find all the instruments to help this patient? So we disconnected these two things, just told them this is where you can find it, and before we start the scenario, this is how you can put on a mask, etc., just to make them familiar with it.
Great. Thanks, Rienk.
A big time. You're welcome.